Hello, I'm Vandana Thomas, and I'm a Principal Product Manager lead in Microsoft. And I work on the Microsoft Teams team, and my job is to bring in mobility features into Teams. My role as a product manager is both strategic and tactical. I come up with the vision, the goals, the roadmap, and the go to market strategy for my products. And on the other hand, I'm also responsible for solutioning and delivery of the product, and I work closely with my engineering teams and define product specs and requirements and technical architecture and the design of the product. Together, with the help and support of numerous teams, I launch my products. With the COVID 19 pandemic, one thing was very evident that remote workers didn't have effective ways of collaborating and communicating. So, my team helps build products to help with that. And I feel so happy to be part of something as big as Microsoft Team that has kept people connected and has bridged the distances between people at a time when we are locked down at home. We still are able to have a job and feed our families. I feel so proud to be a woman in STEM, working in an engineering field, and to be able to use my background in telecommunications and computer science to change the lives of so many million people across the world. And let me tell you, it wasn't an easy journey, and it wasn't an extraordinary one either. I grew up in an Indian family where it was only natural that I would pursue STEM. Although I was talented with an artistic flair for all things creative, and based on this, if I had my choice and secretly, I would have loved to go pursue a career in literature or in acting or something like that. That said, I was good at science and math, although I didn't believe that at the time and didn't have the confidence. But my father knew otherwise, and he persuaded me and convinced me to pursue a career in engineering. And it was only much later that I was able to embrace both my creative side and my technical side and own it. I have to admit, there were times that I hated being in engineering. And it was only much later that I understood that I hated it because I was a perfectionist and I somehow couldn't reconcile to being average at something. So I spent most of my college days running away from myself and my problems, spending time in extracurricular activities like dancing and plays and youth festivals, etc. And come graduation, of course, I didn't find a job that I was really happy and proud of. So my parents, again, with some good amount of persuasion, bless their hearts, I decided to pursue a career in computer science and did my master's at the University of Mississippi in the United States. But this time, I was wiser from my failures from before and decided to learn from it and put my heart in it and approach it with a growth mindset. I decided to face my problems and my fears, and this time the formula I chose was a commitment to my success. And so I worked very hard at my classes. So, no surprises. At the time of graduation, I had half a dozen job offers to choose from, and that really was a proud feeling. But along the journey, I had like several instances where I grappled with what am I doing in a field like engineering. I didn't feel confident, etc. But I found that I was reasonably good at it. But another important thing that I learned about myself in the process is that I love to solve problems. Doesn't matter the shape, the size, the field of the problem. So that's what I focused on, obsessing about problems and finding solutions to them and realizing that it takes not just myself, but a lot of collective wisdom and collaboration from other folks to bring great solutions to life. I found myself mixing my artistic and my creative talents to create intuitive user experiences, my engineering talents to identify and negotiate good technical solutions, and my interpersonal skills to collaborate with people and to launch delightful products. My journey in STEAM has been a very rewarding one, I must admit, after all this time, because I consciously made the choice of not letting perfect be the enemy of good, which was why I failed oftentimes previously. It also helped me conquer my fear of being discovered as an imposter or like an average software engineer, and instead lean into my strengths of creativity, problem solving, and relationship building, and then also combine it with my foundational skills from the engineering degree that I had to become a good product manager who now works at Microsoft creating amazing products that empower people and organizations to achieve more in their lives. So, my dear ladies, don't let the fear of failure get the better of you. And don't, most definitely don't let perfection interfere with you achieving great things. If you apply your education, your strength, and your passion into something that you love, I promise you, you will change the world in your own special way. So good luck and Godspeed.